have fun designing trees. This one looks so weird. This one. All right, right click. Oh, it appeared. You know what they say, the best way to learn is... Hey girl, it's Rooi. I'm thinking of changing my room layout, but I honestly can't think of a better layout than this. Okay, I have an idea. I'm thinking I move this desk against that wall. So just put it where the bed is, basically. And then as to where I'm putting the bed, that's a good question. We'll find out. Okay, I'm feeling the burn. She's doing it. Oh, it's so dark in here today. Oh, ow. I stubbed my toe. That was bound to happen. Okay, I guess I'll try this out for now. Let me share with y'all the progress I've made since last time we checked in about my minigame. Oh, wow. So as a refresher, my idea is to make a picking up fall leaves type of game. And originally my design, I was gonna use some typical fall colors. So like orange, green, brown, etc. But then a couple nights ago, I was just staring at my YouTube channel as every YouTube creator does. I don't think they all do this. But anyways, I was staring at my YouTube channel and I recently drew a new channel banner, which is in my typical art style, which I would describe as, I guess, almost monochrome. The key elements that I think the color matters, I only use a pop of color for those elements. And so I thought, wouldn't it be kind of cool to use that aesthetic for my minigame? Especially because it has kind of similar themes going on with my channel banner. My banner even has my OC, which is going to be in this game. I guess for that reason, I took direct inspiration. But anyways, I was able to populate the floor with a bunch of these little grass pieces, which are now swaying nicely in the wind. Although the swaying motion is just kind of like rocking back and forth. It's because I used a sine function. Or did I use cosine? I don't remember, but either way, it's gonna be the same movement. I guess ideally it would be moving in like a gust of wind, and it stops. Gust of wind, and it stops. But hey, I'm satisfied with this for now. And another big thing is I can now click to move my character around. Although right now it's a placeholder character. Yeah. Today what I want to do is make the tree in Blender. So today's a little 3D modeling kind of day. This tree. Oh, the screen is very bright. This is my original sketch. Well, I changed the colors a bit. I do want to first sketch out another tree. So let's do that. Okay, so I have my reference photo here. I also have the reference photo without the leaves. And of course, I have my cube. So first, I think I'll start by making the bark, make the main trunk. Actually, maybe I want a cylinder for this. What does a cylinder look like? I don't want it to have too many vertices. Maybe like, I don't know, 6. And then I want to loop cut it right about there. The nice thing is that I don't have to be too exact with the geometry. It's not supposed to be symmetrical. It's supposed to be more organic. So actually, it might look better if I don't try to make it look too perfect. You know what I mean? I'll use extrude this time for no particular reason. Move it over. I believe I can merge these vertices at the center. A little point. That's one main branch kind of done. Now obviously I don't want all the branches to just like be flat along this axis, these axes. But I don't know, this is my first time designing a tree, okay? It's not really, I wouldn't really call myself a tree designer by trade. So I hope you guys cut me some slack there. I'm just gonna make it flat for now, and then I'll move the branches to be a bit more 3-dimensional. Okay, and then here I'm gonna use bevel. Whoa, I didn't mean to create this like weird bend in the tree, but I kinda like it. I'll take these faces and okay, I feel like a surgeon, a tree surgeon. That's approximately good enough. Anybody else not really like using hotkeys? I don't know, I just very much prefer clicking on buttons. But at some point, I'm sure I'll have to learn the hotkeys because it's gonna be much more efficient. I'm a little worried about what this is gonna look like once I start moving the branches around to look more 3D. But oh, we always knew that that would be a problem. Okay, I cut a really funky shape on accident, but I feel like that's fine. It's a tree. Trees are kind of funky, and I think it doesn't look too bad. This is what it looks like without the image. I kind of like it. I think the way I'll do this is I'll turn on proportional editing. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Whoa. Okay, now it's not completely flat. What if I rotate a bit? Ooh, that's cool. I like it. This one looks so weird. This one. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna tweak it a bit. You know what? Not bad. It definitely has its prettier angles. Like this is not one of them. There's a front and back to this tree. I think that's fine though. I'm gonna see if it's easier to make the bark by doing a different method than what I did with the branches. I'm gonna try extruding them out in all different directions from the beginning. It's so satisfying merging vertices. I do want the roots over here a little thicker. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'll be honest, I think I prefer the previous layout of my room over this one. But I'm still gonna keep it how it is for at least another week. I liked the placement of the bed and the desk where it was previously. It was just more convenient. But at the same time, now I have all this room over here. I have all this room freed up. Previous layout, I didn't have as much space to just like stand around in the room. So that is a plus. And I don't know, maybe it's not too bad that things are a little bit more inconvenient in this layout. For example, now I can't turn off the light from my bed. Before, my lamp was like right next to my bed, so I could just reach over while laying down and turn off the light, but now I can't do that. So that's a little inconvenient, but maybe that's a good kind of inconvenient. Maybe because turning off the light is a slightly bigger decision now, that will make me sleep better. Because now maybe my brain will be like, oh, she got up to turn off the light. That's a big deal. That means she is serious about it being sleep time. Anyways, let's pick up where we left off with my designer blender tree. So I think it's time to add in the leaf blobs. I do want to move this away a little bit. Sorry, there's a lot of noises going on. Oh, it looks so weird. Doesn't look like a sphere at all at this point. I feel like 6 is kind of appropriate. That's my tree, honestly. Kind of gets the point across. So I want it to be a little flatter on that axis, and that's about it. I think that's what I want my blobs to look like. So I have a bigger blob over here. Now the branches have moved around, so I need to figure out where I want to place these on this new, more 3D tree. This blob I want it to be on this branch back here. Okay, this one I think I meant to be on this branch, maybe a little lower. And this one is gonna be on this branch for the most part. Okay, not that big. I want this blob to be a little bigger. And maybe I'll move it in just slightly, out this way slightly. Let me go back and adjust this one again. I think I want it lower down. I'll just make this a little bigger and move it this way a little bit. Wow, I'm happy with it. I joined them. I hope that's what I was supposed to do. I'll name this Leaves. I want to see what happens now when I try to import it to Blender, because that's when everything comes crashing down. I don't know what all this is, but let's see. Whoa. I forgot to take the sizing into consideration. Actually, the sizing it's not as big a problem as I thought originally. Okay, I think I should go back to Blender to color the leaves, but let's just give it a color for now, just to see how it looks. Something is still off about it, and I don't know exactly what. Maybe it's the fact that all the blobs are kind of facing the same direction. Also, I can just walk through the tree as of this moment. Oh, but it's nice that there's a tree now. Hee hee hee. I can hide behind the tree. I'm gonna be reading this book to go to sleep. I'm literally so close to finishing it. You can see I only have that much left of the book. Honestly, I just started getting bored at that very last spurt, so I didn't finish it yet. And I know this is the second vlog in a row that I'm reading a book to go to sleep, and everyone must be thinking, oh my gosh, she's such an intellectual, she's so well read. I'm sure that's what you guys are thinking, but no, normally I would be doom scrolling and watching videos and Twitch before going to sleep, but I am actively trying to do less of that. I decided to give myself a cap of 1 hour max of that kind of stuff in a day, just because it was getting out of hand. So instead, my cool down activity for tonight shall be finishing this book. Am I wearing the same sweater as in the last clip? Well, it is another day, actually another night, and tonight I want to figure out how to make the leaves that fall from the tree appear on the ground, because this is a picking up leaves type of game, remember? I think I want to do some basic planning because there's a lot I need to figure out. Are we all seeing this right now? We have the tree, we have the character, and then we have the leaves that fall from the tree. Okay, so what's important here? So the first thing I need to figure out is how to make the leaves appear. How to make a single leaf appear. That's right, we're starting from there. Figure out how to generate a leaf on a spot on the ground after X time passes. And draw a little leaf just for emotional support. Okay, another thing I need to figure out is how to generate multiple leaves on random spots in area over a certain time. So I want these leaves to appear like periodically. So I'll change that to periodically. I mean, draw multiple leaves just to add a visual, you know? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you can't see the bottom. Couldn't see my beautiful artwork right there. And then number 5, question mark, is maybe I have a max number of leaves that can be on the ground at one time. So if you have 5 leaves on the ground, then no more leaves generate past that. I'm sure more stuff will come up, but for now we're starting with step 1. How do I make a leaf generate on a spot? I know how to like set up a scene so that an object is like in the scene when you start the game, but I haven't done this yet. I haven't like created an object in the game after it started. So let me figure that out first and we'll take it from there. By the way, this is what my game looks like as of now. Oh, I forgot I changed the perspective, but look at my tree. It sways in the wind now. I wanted the leaf blobs to kind of distort when they're swaying in the wind, and I was able to get a look that I'm happy with. I did basically what I did for the grass, although I did have to change some things because the grass here, these guys are just 2D. They have no side profile, but this is 3D. So I had to make some adjustments and it took a little bit of work, but I got it working. Also, I think these are the 2 perspectives that I think I'm gonna be considering. So let me know what you think. Let me know what your preference is. So number 1 is this one. Camera follows the player. This is like a regular, I forget what it's called, regular perspective view, right? It looks all 3D-ish. I would also have the camera be able to rotate, so like you can turn the camera around when you're back there. But yeah, so that's option 1, and this is option 2. This is a orthogonal view. I feel like this view looks better when the camera's not like moving with the player and just stays still. They each have their own charm, so I feel conflicted. Like the first one feels more interactive, I guess, but the second one feels kind of charming and toony. It also feels kind of zoomed out more. You can see more of the world at once. Okay, I think I might have a bias for this one, but I still want to hear what you guys think. Alright, so first I'm gonna set up a placeholder for the leaf. I'll put a box. Let me give it some kind of color. Okay, green box. I'm gonna call it leaf. So how do I generate leaf? Okay, I searched on YouTube, generate random, Godot 3D, and this looks relevant. How to spawn objects in random positions in 3D. So let me give it a look. So I need to instantiate method the leaf to make it exist, and then I have to add child it to add it to the world, and then I set the position of this new leaf to whatever position. All right, well, let's try it out. Also, this guy explained it very well, so I appreciate that. I appreciate a good tutorial. I also want to read the docs from Godot just so I understand better. Okay, I think this was the wrong page. Okay, I think this is the right page. Okay, I think this is how I'm supposed to do it. I have it right now so that if I right click, the leaf should appear at this coordinate that I put. All right, right click. Oh, it appeared. That's a big ass leaf. Okay, let me make the leaf smaller. Tiny leaf. Okay, sorry, I was logged in for a bit. Forgot to record. This time I'm gonna try to spawn a leaf in a random spot in this region where the player can walk around. So let's see if it works. Now let me, if I right click, what about again? Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, it works. Although one of them spawned in the tree. That might be a problem. Oh, I see, if I also spawn them behind the tree, that might also be a problem. But oh my god, it kind of worked. Okay, it took me a bit to figure out how to even do this because tell me why. I was reading docs. I was trying to use this get bounds on my navigation region to try to figure out like the area to spawn the leaves in, but it doesn't work. I ended up using this get vertices on the navigation mesh. I feel like the way I did it is not very elegant. Like if my area is anything other than a simple square, I feel like this method doesn't work really well. But for tonight, I learned some new things. And if we go back to what I wrote earlier, I was able to do number one for the most part. Oh, I didn't do after X time passes. Let's figure that out real quick. I'm also gonna watch this video real quick. Thank you, DevWorm. I'm not spawning enemies, but I do want to learn more about spawning. I feel like that's relevant, right? Because I'm spawning leaves. So I think I'll be using a timer to make the leaves appear after a given time. Just kind of makes sense, I think. So let me just, as a refresher, read up again the docs on timers. Okay, so I set the timer to 5 seconds. So now I think, if I wrote this correctly, when the time runs out, a leaf will spawn and then I'll restart the timer. There will be a new leaf every 5 seconds in a random spot. Fingers crossed. There's a leaf. Why is this so slow? I know, now I feel like it's correct. Maybe they just spawn in areas that you can't see. Okay, it's working. They look kind of like little peas. All right, we have ticked off number 1 and number 2. Yay. I think one thing to add is regarding the area, update the area maybe. That might be something I want to do so that we don't have these little pea leaves generating behind and into the tree. Also, it's getting crowded real fast, so maybe that number 5 is not a question mark. We do need a max number of leaves on the ground. But honestly, maybe once I design the leaves to look like leaves and not peas, it might look kind of nice to have a bunch of them all over the ground. Also, I want to have little particles raining down from the tree, so it looks like they're falling and not just appearing on the ground. But that will be for next time. I try to show more of the behind the scenes and nitty gritty of me learning game dev and making my mini game in this vlog, so I hope you enjoyed that. I didn't include as much of this stuff in the past vlogs just because I thought honestly like it might bore some of you guys, and I also want to make sure everyone feels like they can be part of the discussion about the video, even if you don't know like technical stuff. But I've been getting quite a few comments from people who are also interested in game dev, which is super cool. Also, there's been discussion about the use of AI tools to help with learning. Me personally, I'm not using ChatGPT to learn game dev, although these days when you Google search, sometimes you get like an AI summary at the top of your search results. So I do look at that when it pops up. And I don't know, should I try using ChatGPT and see if it helps me? I just want to go type in Google and click on the links the old-fashioned way. That's how people do it back in my day. But anyways, I find what's most useful for me is, as you saw, I watch a lot of YouTube tutorials of other people building stuff. That's probably the most useful for me. That and reading the official documentation. Those two are the most useful for me. And then third would be reading forum posts, and the rest is just a lot of trial and error. I will say that the way that I learn is not the most efficient, and it's also pretty messy. A lot of times I end up having to like relearn better ways of doing things that I did kind of poorly before, but honestly, that's just how I like to learn, and I feel like I learn a lot that way by just messing up a lot. You know what they say, the best way to learn is the way that you want to. I truly believe in that. Thank you for watching, and I hope all of y'all are safe and well. Bye.